Five on Your Sideline is sponsored by Side and Stricker Nobi John Deere.
When the weather is like this outside, you know we are deep into the football playoffs for soccer as well. Welcome into Five on Your Sideline. I'm Ahmad Hicks.
That's right, Ahmad. I'm Corey Miller. It's that time of year. The cream of the crop. Got to rise to the top to move on. We got some good ones tonight. Kick us off.
I like what you did right there. First to Chaminade, the Red Devils hosting Holt Class 5 quarterfinal. Great slugfest in this one. First, it's the Chaminade defense stepping up. They sack Holt's Cooper Brown, and you know the fans love that. But the whole offense wasn't staying down for long. Brown to Isaiah Slaughter to get them into the red zone, and then it's Kyle Webling who finishes off the drive. 7-0 Holt. Now, Chaminade has Cam Epps, though. Great run here to get them down to the goal line, and then he would just punch it in a couple plays later. That would knock the game up at 7 apiece. Look at this run right here. But later in the second, check out this great play.
It's
for
great.
Brown and Slaughter for Holt. Look at this. Oh my,
yeah.
What a grab. I would say this, you got Moss, but it was just a great catch. This game would come down to the very last second, and Holt wins on a field goal, 31-28.
Great game there. Let's go over to CBC. Another great game. The Cadets trying to return to the state championship, taking on Lee Summit North. Low-scoring first half. Patrick Hyder finds his guy, Jeremiah McClellan. We've seen that a few times this year.
Yep.
Nice play into Summit territory. Then on fourth down, Hyder's going to do it himself. Sneaks into the end zone for the score. CBC up 7-3 at that point. North's going to drive as the half winds down. Big hit. Watch this, Ahmad. Here it comes. Justice Johnson puts the hit on the receiver. Still hauled in the catch. Nice play on both sides. North still driving. Quincy Baker, he's going to have the nice run into Cadet territory. That's going to set up a long field goal try from Seth Simpson from North. He nails the 35-yarder. That's a long one in high school. This game came right down to the end, but the Cadets, they pulled it off. They're moving on. They went 28-21 over Lee Summit North. CBC is heading to the semifinals.
So we love to hear. Next up, Lutheran St. Charles and Live for Life. When we arrived, Arlen Harris Sr. and his Cougars were up 2 touchdowns. Aiden Harris said, let's make it 3. Why don't we? That hole was so big a truck could drive through it.
You could get in there.
Maybe 10 years ago. Coach Harris still coaching up the guys despite his lead, and the Cougars had the ball again. This time they went to the air. Aaron Kofi to Michael Parr Jr. for the nice connection, and that would allow Roderick Gibson to walk right in for another easy Cougar touchdown. They would go on to win and punch their ticket to the semifinals next week with a 49-36 victory.
The Nashville Hornets are used to playing football deep into November, but there's an elusive goal that the school has never captured, a state title. This year's team plans on changing that.
It's safe to say Nashville, Illinois loves its football.
I think the community wants us to bring it home just as much as we do, and they're a huge part of what we do. Home field, if you look in the past, we always dominate at home, and I think that's in part to the huge crowd that always shows up.
But the Hornets are still looking to win the big one, a state title. They finished second twice, most recently in 2019. Call it built-in motivation for this year.
And some of these seniors, you know, they were on the field that day, so they remember the disappointment.
I remember that day just like it was yesterday, and ever since then I wanted to go back there and take the rest of the team and show what it's like.
These Hornets are nearly perfect, with just a single loss on their record heading into the semifinals. They're looking to write a different ending than what happened in 2019, and they could punch their ticket to the title game right here at home against St. Teresa on Saturday.
It's awesome that we get to play this game in front of the home crowd. It was a great atmosphere in the quarterfinal game last week. We know it's going to be that much more exciting. Obviously being at home, and then the stakes are even higher.
And if they can win just 2 more games, this team knows they'll secure a place in the history of this town.
If I could be the first team, I couldn't express how I'd feel. That'd just be insane. I'd love to be known as you're the team that brought home the first state championship to Nashville High School.
In Nashville, Corey Miller, 5 on Your Side Sports.
All right, we told you soccer playoffs are underway as well, so let's get to that. Final Four action between Fort Zumwalt South and Van Horn. Bulldog students had Santa hats, and Brendan Owens says, here's a present. Off to Owen Casson, center. Owens heads it in. That's a 1-0 lead. Bulldogs back in the attack. Owens just misses that goal. No worries. Ryan Harviton is there. Fort Zumwalt South wins 4-1, advancing to the finals to take on the winner of this next game.
The winner between Ladue and Glendale will get the chance to face Fort Zumwalt South tomorrow. Some good chances, though, late. Ladue's keeper with a diving stop to keep it a tie game, and then the Rams think they might get some insurance, but it goes just wide.
Almost.
No problem, though. Ladue held on to win 2-1. They're moving on to the state championship to face those Bulldogs.
Ooh, that'll be a good one. John Burroughs trying to get to the Class 4 state final on the pitch tonight against Rockhurst. Julius Hollander-Bodie, great shot, but an even better save by the Rockhurst keeper. Great save. Rockhurst would keep up the momentum. They get a nice goal there to go up 2-0. The Bombers did respond. Lucas Andrews, nice touch. This is going to be a goal, but it wouldn't be quite enough. John Burroughs falls to Rockhurst 2-1. Their season is over. Let's stay on the pitch. Harrisonville and Whitfield squaring off. Corner kick for the Warriors when Caden Anderson jumps high enough to knee it in. Ooh, nice goal. Nice celly, too. Nice hair, too. That wouldn't be the last of it for the Warriors. In scoring position again, ball is going to hit the crossbar, but it finds the foot of James Milgie. He does the rest. Whitfield goes on to win 5-0.
How about we check in on some football? Let's check out a couple of other scores from some other games tonight. St. Mary's got the big win to advance over Park Hill Central, and Rockwood Summit's undefeated season came to an end on the road against Jackson.
Lots of local football teams in action tomorrow, too, in the playoffs. MICDS and St. Dominic, that's a huge local mashup. Vashon, North County, Cardinal Ritter, Nashville, as we showed you, East St. Louis, and Troy Buchanan, all with their seasons on the line as well on Saturday. Coming up, we go in depth with one of the most electrifying players in the area, Kevin Coleman. He's trying to lead St. Mary's to a state title before he starts lighting up scoreboards on Saturday in college.
And they are the back-to-back-to-back A-10 conference champs. Tonight, the SLU Billikens continue their quest to be national champions. That's coming up next.
Just a few weeks ago, the SLU women's soccer team captured their 4th consecutive A-10 conference championship. It's the first time in conference history a team completed a four-peat. But today, SLU is trying to win their first ever second-round game in the NCAA tournament. The women trying to advance to the next round, but Rutgers had some other plans. Not even 20 minutes into the game, the Scarlet Knights' Amraya Ali nets the first goal of the game. They never looked back. Pick things up in the second half now. This is Riley Tiernan with the ball. She drills one to the left corner, gives the Scarlet Knights a 2-0 lead, and then she's just showing off here, Ahmad. Last time she used her left foot. This time she nets another goal, same location, different foot. 3-0 Rutgers. After that, they'd go on to win 4-0.
A tough break. As for the men, they will get underway here at home against Long Island in the second round of the NCAA tournament Sunday afternoon. This season, the Billikens have yet to lose a game and have key wins over schools like Wisconsin and Louisville. They say they can beat anybody. Now they just have to prove it.
Yeah, 100%. I think the guys in the locker room believe it. The staff believes it. You know what we have on our team. I think we're as good as any team in the country. We just got to go prove it and take one game at a time.
There's not one team that scares us, really. I think we believe in each other and we believe in the way that we play. And it's nice to have a seed in a tournament game at home. So we're really excited. I think, yeah, we haven't lost and we're just ready for each game.
We're 10 games into the Mizzou football season, and the Tigers find themselves one win shy of becoming bowl eligible. We preview their weekend matchup coming up next. Mizzou will play their biggest game of the season so far tomorrow in Columbia. Free-falling Florida comes in with the Tigers a win away from becoming bowl eligible. But that is not what Coach Eli Drinkwitz is using to motivate his team.
You know, I think it's important for us to focus on being 1-0. And then at the end of the season, you stack up how many wins you have and determine where you go. But there doesn't need to be any more external pressure because this game determines whether or not we go to a bowl game.
Now, listen, I've caught a lot of grief this season for how Mizzou has played, but I'm going to be positive.
Okay.
Florida has looked terrible.
They have.
Mizzou is becoming bowl eligible tomorrow. Mark it down. You can at me if I'm wrong. I can take it.
November 19th, 10:30. Corey said that Mizzou Tigers will be bowl eligible.
It's going to happen, Ahmad.
And they're
Something
gonna win
positive
tomorrow.
has to happen. It has to.
Meanwhile, the Fighting Illini, they play Iowa tomorrow, the number 17 ranked Hawkeyes. I think they kind of have a better chance to win than Mizzou, but hey, we'll figure it all out.
Hey, they've had two really big wins this year that have proved a lot of people wrong, so they can beat anybody, I think.
Lord. High school football playoffs continue tomorrow, as well as soccer state championships. We hope you join us. That's Corey Miller. I'm Ahmad Hicks. We will see you all next week.